Welcome to the third episode of Lyrics That Do the Talking with your host, Ryan Kelly Berkowitz. Yes, that is my name, Ryan Kelly Berkowitz. The star of the show is the lyrics, are the lyrics, is the lyric, are the lyrics. Should really know that one. Being a writer, a lyricist and all. So I basically talk about the lyrics of a piece. I will talk about music and singing and performance, but only very incidentally. And I promised a funny tune this time, and I missed a week. I didn't announce when the shows were going to be on. I thought I was going to do 2 shows a week, and then I missed a whole week. But I gave you 2 shows in the first week, so wasn't that bad. How much can you watch and be babbling anyway? All right, so I said that I would either analyze If You Can't Smile and Say Yes or Make 'Em Laugh. And I chose If You Can't Smile and Say Yes. And I've set a precedent in the show before I go through the lyric, word by word, phrase by phrase, stanza by stanza. I just go to my very favorite line or few lines in the text and give that to you first. So I think probably baby let bygones be bygones, 'cause men are scarce as nylons. Doesn't really get any more adorable and cute than that. Okay, so let's get into it. All right, so this song was written by Louis Jordan and Richard Rogers. Actually says it's written by Timmy Rogers, but I did a deep dive, not recognizing that name. It's Richard Rogers. And I really only know, I believe Louis Jordan, who's also a saxophonist, he's a lyricist, and he also has a version of it. But I really am only familiar with the Nat King Cole version from the Nat King Cole trio. My family brainwashed me with this song off of a mixtape that we had of the Nat King Cole trio. I think it was basically the album that this wonderful man made for us. He made half Nat King Cole. One side was Nat King Cole, the other side was the Mills Brothers. So I've known this song all my life. And my family used to listen to a couple of tapes and CDs on the way down to Florida. We used to drive. Ha! All right, so if you can't smile and say yes, knock me a kiss you'll never miss. Oh, and I read the lyrics, not because I don't know the lyrics, just because I don't want to mess them up in any way. All right, starting again. Knock me a kiss you'll never miss when I'm ready to go. But if you can't smile and say yes, please don't cry and say no. Squeeze me a squoze in these fine clothes. I love you so. But if you can't smile and say yes, please don't cry and say no. When I ask for a date and the answer is no, you don't know what you're saying. Don't you know the war is on? Everything is rationed. How about that jive? Keep me alive. Let me go back. Everything is rationed. But in the tune, Nat sings it, everything is rationed, to really knock that rhyme. Don't you know the war's on? Everything is rationed. But don't you know the war's on? Everything is rationed. How about that jive? Keep me alive? Baby, let bygones be bygones. 'Cause men are scarce as nylons. And if you can't smile and say yes, please don't cry and say no, 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 baby. Please don't cry and say no. All right. Just such a charming tune. I don't hear it done, ever. Maybe I don't get out enough. So knock me a kiss you'll never miss. Basic, right? Basically, would you bless me with a kiss? Because I really need one, right? Nice rhyme. Very tired rhyme now. Not so much then, kiss and miss. You'll never miss when I'm ready to go. But I think that means I'm always ready for a kiss. I don't want to miss your kiss when you're ready for a kiss, right? So like, I would love a kiss all the time, and twice on Sunday, you know. So, but if you're not gonna kiss me, but if you can't smile and say yes, please don't cry and say no. So it's a great hook line. Yeah, so if you're not going to be positive about this whole thing, obviously, like, either way, maybe a girl doesn't want to kiss a boy, maybe a boy doesn't want to kiss a girl, but you don't have to, like, cry, you know. It would be great if you could smile. That would be wonderful, because obviously the fella who's singing likes the girl, right? I remember when I first heard that, just, like, fell out of the back seat, had nowhere to go because I was in the car, but if I could have fallen, I would have fallen out of the back seat. Squeeze me a squoze in these fine clothes. I love you so. So they made up a word, which is okay because Shakespeare used to do it. Squeeze me a squoze in these fine clothes. It's great. They wanted a rhyme for clothes, and then they reinforced the diphthong. It's not a true rhyme, but oh, I love you so. It's still the, I don't know if you all know diphthongs and triphthongs. And so, oh, squeeze me a squo. So the O diphthong goes with the clo, diphthong goes with the O diphthong. So the O isn't a true rhyme, but they made that word, which is adorable. They gave them all buzzing Z's. I really don't like when you have to sing a hissy S. It's just my weird taste. I don't like hissy S's. Squeeze me a squoze in these fine clothes. You also get the image that he's very dapper, right? And she probably is too. I love you so. I mean, it sounds like they're a couple. I love you so, or I love the way you look. I guess that you could deliver this that you have been together a long time. That this is your first date. Maybe I just love the way you look, you know, or that you're married. I think you could deliver this tune at any point in the relationship. But if you can't smile and say yes, please don't cry and say no. So the second time you repeat something, you have to sing it a little differently. So whatever he's thinking about, I don't know, this is the second time she's turning him down. So okay, so if this is his girlfriend, it's really bad. Like, maybe he's in the doghouse. And maybe for not doing much of anything at all, you know. I don't know, maybe he showed up late. What if she's turning him down? She's turning him down. If you can't smile and say yes, please don't cry and say no. When I ask for a date and the answer is no, you don't know what you're saying. So, I don't know. That's kind of a low blow. Or if he's referring to himself, like, it'll just kill me. I'll just be beside myself if you don't accompany me to, you know, on this date with you. Or he could be intimating that he is her only chance or he's her last chance. So it could be, you know, a bunch of things. Like, you don't know what you're saying, right? So then the next line, don't you know the war is on? Everything. Now, the word is rationed, right? But Nat King Cole and perhaps Louis Jordan also sing, everything is rationed, which again is beautiful. They're sort of, it's not a made-up word, but they made up a new pronunciation for the word. But it lives in the world of the song because we already got that squoze word. So we're already in a realm of, you know, fantastical words. So Louis Jordan is really just doubling down with this lyric, which I think is wonderful. Don't you know the war is on? Everything is rash on. How about that jive? Keep me alive. So I think what they mean by the jive is the actual dance. Like, there's another tune on this album. Well, there's jive, and you gotta jump jive, and you gotta, I think they actually mean the jive, to dance the jive, right? So the tune on this album, I thought there was another, it's not coming to me. How about that jive? Keep me alive. So how about the dance? You know, come to the dance. Baby, let bygones be bygones. Because men are scarce as nylons. Okay? Again, we are sticking with that. The other song I did was like a war theme too. But this is a funny war theme, right? There's no men at home. It's me or nothing, baby. Come on. Let's go. Let's go to the dance and do the jive. And please, don't cry and say no. Like, what are your other alternatives? You know, what are you going to do? Stay home, wash your hair? Maybe she will. Maybe she will. Bathe the pimple, wash her hair. I don't know. Baby, let bygones be bygones. I guess something must have happened. Or maybe she thinks something happened. You know, sometimes women and men make stuff up. Maybe something did happen. Maybe they were it's a different interpretation. Maybe they were a thing before and they broke up. And maybe the fella that she was with is off at war, right? Because this is all war imagery, right? It's all World War II stuff, right? The nylons and the rations and the jive. Back in the day, people did the jive a little more. Unfortunately, we don't see a lot of that dancing today. So yeah, it could also be we were together, now we're not, but your sweetheart is overseas. So let our bygones be bygones and let's just have a good time, please. Baby, let bygones be bygones. Because men are scarce as nylons. The nylon lyric in the World War II songs was popular. It came up in one or two other songs that are not coming to me right now. But if you can't smile and say yes, please don't cry and say no. They take a beautiful, it's not the song, just a little tired. They take a beautiful solo, then they go back to the last A. Baby, let bygones be bygones, because men are scarce as nylons. And if you can't smile and say yes, please don't cry. And they tag a little and say no, no, no. Baby, please don't cry and say no. It's great. These are very on the nose lyrics, but I remember whenever I hear this lyric, it always catches me by surprise because I just think it's so silly. I'm so tickled pink that it was written. I really am. I'm so grateful that Louis Jordan penned this lyric. And I think his name is Louis Jordan. Louis Jordan. But I think his name's actually Louis Jordan. I'm Frenching it up a little bit. Seems like a French name. Anyway, yeah, so I'm going to do the whole thing again, just straight through and see if anything else hits me in a different way. Knock me a kiss, you'll never miss, when I'm ready to go. But if you can't smile and say yes, please, don't cry and say no. Squeeze me a squoze in these fine clothes. I love you so. But if you can't smile and say yes, please don't cry and say no. When I ask for a date and the answer is no, you don't know what you're saying. Don't you know the war is on? Everything is rash on. How about that jive? Keep me alive? Baby, let bygones be bygones. Because men are scarce as nylons. And if you can't smile and say yes, please don't cry and say no. I'm going to hit the last A again. Baby, let bygones be bygones. Because men are scarce as nylons. And if you can't cry, if you can't smile and say yes, please don't cry and say no, 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 baby. Please don't cry and say no. Usually when you would say that no and I'm trying to ignore the rhythm, to ignore any influence of rhythm and music on the song. But I mean, if you do that in rhythm, please don't cry and say no, 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 baby. Please don't cry and say no. That is If You Can't Smile and Say Yes by Louis Jordan and Richard Rogers. For all of you that love lyrics, until next time, this is Ryan Kelly Berkowitz, also known as a Lady Jukebox, coming to you in front of the navy blue screen. Your host of Lyrics That Do the Talking, the show that talks about lyrics. Until next time.